Hello, namaste, good afternoon. This is Prosenjit and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we were going to know about voice change in imperative sentences. Now, imperative sentence. Now, often we get confused with what kind of sentence is it now. The kinds of sentence depending upon the functions. In a view of functions, there are 5 kinds of sentence: assertive, then interrogative, imperative, optative and exclamatory sentence. Now we are going to know and study about the imperative sentence, especially with the voice change. Now, what is an imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is a sentence that starts with a verb or adverb in simple. I'm not going to talk about the definition of the book. I'm simply telling you how we can identify, how we can find out this is an imperative. An instructive sentence, a sentence that starts with a principal verb, first form, or the adverb. It is the principal verb or the adverb it starts with, and it instructs. For example, come in, sit down, get out, write down, learn the poem, stop talking, don't talk. Say advice, suggestion, warn, request, forbiddings, then suggestions. There are many feelings that are expressed in imperative sentences. Now, to understand the voices behind me, you can see on the board I have written imperative sentence is transitive imperative sentence, then intransitive imperative sentence, and another is semi-transitive imperative sentence. These names are not found on the book. Why? Because these are given by me, these names are given by me. After studying and different books, what I have found that answers and solutions are given. Passives have been given in the book, but it is not mentioned how the children at home can easily find out whether it is imperative, transitive or intransitive. Now, before that, let us understand what is transitive and intransitive verb, sakarmak kriya or akarmak kriya. Now, a transitive verb, for example, just read the sentence: I play cricket. The doer of the action is I. Who is doing the action? I. If you have seen my video of the subject, you will understand about the do and does where I have explained. Who is doing the action? I. What is the action? Play. The impact of the action falls on cricket. Who is receiving the impact of the action? Cricket. I beat a boy. Now, action is the beat. Who is doing the action? I. The doer of the action is the subject. Who is receiving the action? The boy is the object. Now, the same sentence if I write, I play daily. I beat very hard. Now, the doer of the action is same, I. In the first sentence, the action is play. The second sentence, action is beat. But who is receiving this action? What is being played? It is not mentioned because I play daily. Daily is not an object because it is an adverb, simple adverb of frequency. Then we have beat, very hard. That means we have not mentioned whom I beat. Who is receiving the impact? Beat, the verb beat. That means first sentence and the first 2 examples we have object, second examples we do not have example. Object means there are 2 types of object: receiver and what is being received. I teach him English. What is the verb? Teach. Who is doing this action? I. Who is receiving this action? Him. What he is receiving? English. Who is receiving? Direct object. What is being received? Indirect object. Now, object means कर्म, क्रिया का प्रभाव जिस पर पड़ता है. मैंने राम को बुलाया, तो बुलाने का कार्य किसने किया? मैंने. बुलाने का प्रभाव किस पर पड़ा? राम पर. तो वो ऑब्जेक्ट है. That means object is the receiver of the action. Now, if I say, help me. Help is the verb. Sentence starts with the verb is imperative sentence. Me, object, correct. But if I say, come inside. Come is the verb. Inside is adverb. So there is no object. So if a verb has object, it is called transitive verb. A verb without object is called intransitive verb. I play cricket. Play is transitive because cricket is object. I play daily. Play is intransitive because there is no object in the sentence. So now, depending upon the two different verbs, transitive and intransitive. I have made a formula of imperative sentence or voice change. You can understand looking behind. If say the intransitive imperative sentence. Imperative sentence starts with a verb or adverb. Transitive, a verb which has object. Now look at that. If I make an example, say do it. A sentence, do it now. If I say do it now. Now do is the verb, it is the object. Now verb, first form of verb present, that means this is imperative sentence. It we have object, so passive is let. We can write let. Object, that means it. Passive, it is be. And third form of verb is done. Let it be done, and extension is now. Let it be done now. Very simple. So we can say whenever verb and object is there, we can write it easily. For example, another example if I give, say, learn the poem. So learn is the verb, poem is the object. Learn the poem. So what we can do, object is there, let the poem, passive, let object, poem, passive be, and third form of verb, let the poem be learned. T, not D, T. So this is the transitive imperative sentence. Now, if you get a sentence, with don't, say don't take my pen. If you get a sentence like that, don't take my pen. If you get don't, sentence starts with now. It also used in interrogative sentence, but interrogative sentence ends with a mark of interrogation, which is a question. This is not a question, it is an instructive sentence. Don't take my pen. It's an instructive sentence. So what we can do now? Say remove this and go through this verb and object. Now a verb has object, it's called transitive. Then formula is let. Now when you get don't, let it be let not. Object my pen, passive be, then third form of verb is taken. Let not my pen be taken. Another is the actual correct sentence. We can write let my pen not be taken. Can be written like this. This is also correct. And let not my pen be taken. This is also correct. And if you use like narration, this answer can also be written in different forms. How? We will learn it now. Now moving forward, let us move to intransitive sentence. Intransitive imperative sentence. That means you can see the first form of verb and object is called transitive. First form of verb, and it doesn't have an object. Here we can have adverb of time and frequency. Now and place as well. So what to do? Then passive formula comes like this. Because an imperative sentence expresses order, advice, command, suggest, request, and many words are forbid. So these verbs are written. So what we can do? First form of verb and extension we have. Then what we have to do? You are requested, ordered, advised, you are advised, you are adverb, you are suggested, you are forbidden, you are asked, you are warned, you are suggested. The many verbs can be expressed depending upon what the feeling is expressed by the speaker. Now see, if I write a sentence as sit down please, sit is verb, sit down please, come in please, get out. So these are the sentence starts with a verb that doesn't have object. Down, sit down, adverb of place. Then where is an object? To become an object, it has to be a noun or pronoun, and it must receive the impact of the action. Who is receiving? Here, first form of verb said help me. If I say help me, who is receiving this impact? Me, it's object. But here we do not have any object. That's why we will go for you are requested. So sit down please. Please is a request. You can write you are requested to. This is fixed. Only this one will change depending upon the different kinds of sentence. You are requested now to sit down, to get out, to come in, to write down, to learn. Anything we can write depending upon the use and need. Now moving forward, we have the third one. It's called semi-transitive imperative sentence. Let me discuss again. A transitive means a verb with object. Transitive first form and object. That's why let object be third form of verb. Intransitive, it does not have object. We will go for you are requested, you are ordered, you are advised, you are suggested, you are warned, etc. Many words are there. Now moving forward, we have now intransitive. But transitive means, let us move into it. Now we can see that third formula is a semi-transitive imperative sentence. What does semi mean? Semi means half, quasi, half. Now, transitive, that means we have object. See, first form of verb and object is the formula of active. First form of verb and object. So if we have object, so this is transitive imperative, then why should we use this passive formation of intransitive? Because this is the active, and active of passive of this formation is let object be third form of verb, which is the step number 1, rule number 1. Now why we are using this one, which is the formula of intransitive verb? We use this one in case of the sentences when they do not have object, whereas we have here object. For example, look at the sentence. Have a look on it. Verb me. Help me, please. Help is the verb. And me is the object. So if it is object, then who's receiving that impact? I. So answer is let I be helped. Then we can write please. Let I be helped, please. Now will you go to someone and say this sentence like this, let I be helped? No. To maintain the standard and sanctity of the language, English has to be spoken in a correct form and style which beautifies our language. This language, English, has known to you and everyone that this is something like an international language which is spoken across the whole country and the world as well. Accepted as, and in our country, especially in India, English means a symbol and identification of an individuality. Whereas an individual is known for his quality, talent and knowledge in everything. It is not only about English. It is a symbol, a subject, a symbol, a language that which is required. But the people, those who are really interested to learn English grammar, these things we have to follow. Now, so we can see, despite the fact that we have verb and object is transitive, we are using intransitive formation. Why? Because to maintain the standard and sanctity of the language, what we will do, we will say, you are requested to help me. This please means request. You are requested to help me. That means we have the object, we have transitive formation, but we are using intransitive formula. And this formation can be used in any kind of imperative sentence. Any kind of imperative sentence if you are confused. Now, the next is, if you get any sentence with never, or you can get a sentence with don't, say what to do. Say never waste your time. Never waste your time. Or you can say don't waste your time. What to do now? In these cases, never will not change its place when it will remain same. If you go for the transitive. Now, when you get this never and don't, remove it as if it is not written. Now see, waste is the verb, your time is the object. Waste is the verb, your time is the object. Imagine if it is not written, waste your time, waste your time. So is the verb, that means it has an object. That means it is transitive imperative sentence. You can say, you are, say, or transitive, so we can say let your time never, it will come here never. If it is don't, it will come not to. If don't, then not to. If never, then never. Let your time never be wasted, and let your time not be wasted. In this way you can write, but this is not the standard form. Correct, you will get the marks. It is correct, you will get the marks. But to maintain the standard, what we will do, here we will write, because if someone comes and say never waste your time, it's a kind of advice. So we can write, you are advised. Then if you say never, say it will be never to waste your time. If it is don't, then in place of never, it will be not. You are advised not to waste your time. Now, here we come to an end. But there is another system. Now, if you get a sentence like, If we say don't or never, say disturb me. Same process. Don't disturb me and never disturb me. What we have to do now? Say don't I got, remove it. Now this disturb me is object. Object, that means we can go for let I negative not be disturbed. Say, it's quite easy, but you can make it in another system. Like you can use it in intransitive formation. You can write it like you are don't disturb me. It's a kind of warning. So you can use you are warned. Then don't will change into not to disturb me. You are warned not to disturb me. Now another sentence we can write. If you write, see, don't disturb me is a kind of forbidding. You stop someone. Forbid means to stop someone from doing anything. Now if I use forbid in the third form, because you are in third form of verb, forbidden, you are forbidden. If forbidden written, this not will be removed, because forbid itself means to stop someone, prevent someone. So you can write you are forbidden to disturb me. You are forbidden to disturb me means you are prevented from disturbing me. So here, my dear friends, we have come to an end of the transitive, intransitive and semi-transitive imperative sentences. How we can do voice change. This is applicable for voice change only. And I hope you have liked and understood, and please comment and keep on asking and keep on commenting, keep on following, and if you like, please forward my videos for all the videos that I have posted and I uploaded. And if you like, please comment, and you can correct me as well. And with this high note, let us wind up the class today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.